Now, are your DMs, when you have checked them, are your DMs worse on Snapchat than they are on Instagram?
Oh, yeah. I think they're probably worse on Snapchat because people know that you look at it and then it goes away.
Now, what if you can predict the future of social media? Snapchat is obviously a hot social media platform. And you got other platforms like Periscope that are coming up. And then, you have your OG social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
Do you see something like Snapchat overtaking Instagram in the long run, or no?
I've thought about it, and that's the only reason I started using my Snapchat. Because I was like, okay, everybody's using Snapchat. Am I supposed to use Snapchat? But I've never gotten paid from Snapchat or from a company paying me for Snapchat. I know you can because they look at your views. I have good views, but it's just not really my thing. I don't know. I'll do it for fun, but I don't do it for the money. And I think that Instagram will always stay prominent because Instagram has a history to it. You can go and look at someone's Instagram and see their history. You can see what they did last week, what they did last month, what they did a year ago. Whatever you want someone to see, they can still see it. If I do a photo shoot and I want to share my pictures, I can share them for months or years. But in Snapchat, you can't. So if I don't post every fucking 24 hours, I might have 0 on my story. Therefore, you have 0 to look at. That's what I think the problem is. So I think Instagram is always going to do better.
Now, when it comes to social media, just talking in general, what's your biggest pet peeve with social media at this point? What bothers you the most about it?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, not a lot of things bother me anymore. Notifications bother me, but I turn them off. Don't fucking run my battery down and fucking overload my emails. So therefore, I turn notifications off. Another thing that gets on my nerves about social media is I think the divorce rate probably has gone up who knows how many percentages because it's too easy to cheat. I don't know. I mean, I've just seen so many people break up because of social media. It's sad, It's like I have friends who have kids with their dudes and they're like real families or they're married and everything, and then they end up fucking splitting up everything and just everything's dead because of social media. I've seen girls plex and fight over some shit on social media. There's a lot of bad things about social media. And there's times where people can track you and see where the fuck you're at. Me, never in my life would I be on Facebook and be like, check in, because I got psycho motherfuckers who are fans, okay? I'm not checking in nowhere. And you know what gets on my fucking nerves? When I'm with my girlfriends, and they're like, Jess, and I'm like, huh? And they're like, snap. And I'm like, can you at least tell me when you want to take a picture? Don't fucking snap me unless you tell me, you know what I mean? So they get me like, and then they'll post the shit and be like, check in at Starbucks and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, hold up, boo-boo, hold up. What did you just post? Oh, I just checked this in. No, you don't understand. You can't check me in anywhere. I don't want people to know where the fuck I'm at. That's not cool. Oh, wow. Because they don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, they don't get my side of the life. What else? There's something else. Yeah, but, another thing, too, is, people trying to, sneak snaps of you or Instagram videos or whatever it is. I could literally be sitting across from somebody talking to them, and they'll get their phone out. Like, people that I don't really know like that, but just say if I just met you and you're with my friend. That's my best friend, whatever, and my best friend brought you along, right? And really you're a fan of mine, but I don't really know that. So we're talking, because I talk to everybody like normal. We're just having a conversation. And then you get your phone out, and you're like, uh-huh. You're talking to me like, uh-huh. Yeah, so what happened? The whole time your phone's like this, right? And the whole time you're fucking recording me? Do you know how many times that shit happens to me daily? And I'm so, here with it. I'll look down and I'm like, so I'll do stupid shit. I'll be like, oh, wait. And then when I see your phone doing this and this, I'd be like, man, that's so whack. It's like you can't even have a fucking conversation with somebody anymore without them fucking recording you. It's so whack. So I'm like, I won't even say nothing to them. I'll just tell my homegirl whatever. I'm like, can you check? I don't want to be rude or anything, but can you check if they're fucking recording me? They wouldn't do that. Okay, please check the phone. They check the fucking phone. They go check the phone. They're fucking recording me. And they'd be like, I'm so embarrassed. I didn't even know they would do some shit like that. Oh. And I'm like, people do that shit all the time, dude. You have to be careful who the fuck you bring around me. I can't be around just random ass people who fucking whack like that.
Okay, I'm going to give credit where credit is due on this one. Okay. When you're trying to talk to someone and they're recording you, I can totally see that. When someone is recording you and they're not even paying attention, yeah, I'd get irritated too. Honestly. I'd get irritated too. Like with me, if I'm taping someone, that's most likely either they already know, because if I'm out at night, if I'm joking with a friend, I blatantly and openly say to them, hold on, while we're doing our jokes, let me get my recorder going. And they already know. But in that scenario, when someone is just blatantly not paying attention to you and you're trying to have a conversation with them and they're blatantly taping you and they're just not even paying attention, I can totally agree with that. But there's a double-edged sword with that. Okay? Why is it you want everyone to see you on social media all the time? You want to be taped when you're on social media all the time. You don't mind doing it. But when someone is taping you, you don't want to be taped. That is just totally a double standard. Okay? Now, checking in, don't bitch about people checking you in because you don't want to be traced and you don't want anyone to know where you are while your staff members are tracing your followers. Example, one of your staff members, what's his name, Brian something or other, if that's actually a real staff member, he wants no contact with you. He wants you to have no contact with Jessica because he can't trace you. I will admit something that I don't usually admit, okay? In a way, I can sympathize with Jessica when she says, I don't want people knowing where I am because I can get stalkers. No problem with that. I can totally agree with her. But I myself, I use a proxy when I am on the internet, either through email or a regular anti-social media page. Why do I use a proxy? Because I myself don't want an asshole tracking me. I use an untraceable proxy. So, my problem, I can't block myself from being traced, but yet her staff members are allowed to trace her followers? Really? Again, I can totally get her not wanting to be checked in because she doesn't want anyone following her. Because she may get someone who's a stalker. I'm totally with that. But don't sit there and say, I'm going to trace you, but you can't trace me. I have something against that.
When it comes to bookings, what's been your strangest booking request at this point?
I mean, strangest booking requests. I get crazy booking requests all the time. People, a lot of times, they think that I'm a prostitute. I wonder why. People steal my fucking pictures and put me on prostitute sites all the time. Like Backpage, hilarious. If you only knew, if we had more time, we'd find my fucking pictures and shit on Backpage. We would, because they're always on there. And we would call the number, and it would be so fucking funny, because I've done it a million times. So, I get booking requests for, of course, spend the night. Can you travel to Dubai? Can you travel to fucking LA? Blah, blah, Vegas. I don't know. I mean, this crazy shit. They've asked me to do all kind of crazy shit. And then, of course, you have to respond. I'm sorry, but Jessica does not take inquiries such as these. She's a model.
As far as her weirdest booking requests, look at the email that I have uploaded. I guarantee you, she knows nothing about that, and if she probably does, she doesn't want to talk about that. Because what staff member answers, if you actually analyze the whole entire email, because I've put the link on the page, what staff member of hers answers at 3:30 in the morning? Oh, well, I'm in California. And your staff member's up at 12:30 in the morning? Because it's 12:30 in California and 3:30 on the East Coast. Okay? Like I said, she won't discuss that. She won't talk about the legit booking requests like I sent her. Normal, serious, wanted to know if she can do it. But no, Bryant G. and Christine Garrison, if they're actually real, they don't want you to know about that. They just want you to think, well, they get a lot of booking requests, really weird booking requests, so they wind up throwing half of them out too. What about the good ones? Advertise those there. I just want to tell you one thing. I can be totally approachable. I'm not irritated. You can approach me. But just don't continuously lie to me and just say certain things and think that you can get me to take you seriously. Now, I know a few of them may say, why would I want to approach you after you said all those things? I'm telling you, you can approach me. I'm not one of those idiots who send you shit in the mail. You can approach me. Try it. They may also say, well, you're hiding behind a picture and you're hiding behind something without showing yourself. Okay, here's the deal. Considering you don't have time for anyone, but yet always have time people to give you attention, I will say this. If you want to see what I look like, if you want to see me, work for it. This is it for YouTube video update for April 28th, 2016, part 2 of Antisocial Media.